Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Eindhoven country, playing for today's spawning in the north. We've got Rutra playing as OKW, and his loadout is Grand Offensive, Breakthrough, and Overwatch. Teaming up with him is Lucky, playing as Ostheer, who has Storm, Spearhead, and Jaeger Armor. Offensive in the south, we have Kimbo playing as Soviet, straight away locking into Shock Rifle Frontline. Teaming up with him is Bannoura playing as US Forces, who is Airborne, Heavy Cavalry, and Recon Support. In terms of ranks, Axis arranged team around rank 100. And Kimbo and Bannoura haven't made their placement matches together yet. But are obviously going to meet the ranking requirements. A few skirmishes going on from side to side. Kubel quite low in health, but the Sturmpires are there. And there we go, full retreat from Bannoura. The arrival of those Sturmpires. Oh, looks like maybe a wire-off situation here on the rear echelon. Having to snip his way out. It's going to slow him down a bit. Some pretty high mobility machine gun play here. But the Peanuts do manage to flank around, and he's... oh, he was gearing up to throw a satchel, but cancelled it. Ultimately, that's just too much firepower from the two Grenadiers, and the Pioneers also forcing away the combat engineers. Now dive onto the cutoff from Rutra. Ooh, this is a tough start for the Allies. They're getting slammed at every angle right now. But here comes the M3. We nearly got in range for the Faust there. Could potentially switch sides, come over and try knock down this Kubel, which would really help out his teammate, especially given that the M3 is not that easy against Grenadiers with their Fausts. Long range Fausts in the early game. Yeah, so far the M3 hasn't been up too much, but combat engineer about to jump inside. Flamethrower nearly complete. And then he's going to get busy. Ooh, we do have a talon mine down from Lucky. I'm not sure if Kimbo spotted that. And then comes a flood of Fox Grenadiers behind this. Nora about to be in for a nasty surprise. No, doesn't run over the teller. Shadow kind of looked like a teller there for a second. I was like, oh damn, did he plant another one? No, not yet. And there we go, ends up forcing away all of those troops, but that was a tremendous amount of map control early on for the Axis. They got off to a really strong start here. As a result, there's going to be some pretty damn fast tech. Rutra maybe a little bit late getting his down, only just starting it now. Either way, it's going to be a pretty fast... looks, I imagine. Kimbo floating a little bit here. I went for very early medics, interesting. Generally, you would expect to see one more squad on top of this, maybe combat engineer. If he wants to go for shock troops as soon as he hits 2 command points. The sweeper might work out. Line triggered there. Early retreat actually, probably could have stuck in there behind the heavy cover. A little bit too cautious perhaps from Bannoura. Oh, in comes the M3. First lights up the Sturmpires. And close the distance. Flamethrower, look at the amount of damage that just did. Now he pops the overdrive. Rear machine gun going to damage the Kubel. Front machine gun going after the Sturmpioneer. Kubel goes down. Sturmpire makes it home. Rutra going for... Oh, it doesn't make it home. How did that die? That must have been like the maxest of max range. I'm really shocked that that died then. And 3 does go down. And in comes a 2-2-2. Very quick timing before 6 minutes. And that is the result of all that early fuel control from the Axis. And very little bleed early on as well. Some extremely fast light vehicles from them. There's going to be some shock troops from Kimbo, but he's floating a tremendous amount of manpower right now. I thought he could squeeze in an extra squad of combat engineers. But the Allies, you know, they did get some territory under their control finally. But for how long can they hold it? See, we've seen Rutra go for both Jägerlights and a machine gun. Generally, you wouldn't go for this kind of build if you were hoping to get out a fast light vehicle, which makes me question why he went for mechanized in the first place. Oh, he triggers his own Telemine with some scatter shots from the 222. Maybe he should change his name to Unlucky. He knew it was going to happen at some time during the cast. Close the distance for a snare, and he gets it off. Going to be an AA half track coming in shortly for Bannoura. Oh, Penal stole the cap there just in the nick of time. So, let's hold on to the fuel for a little bit longer. Bannoura still struggling. Machine gun on the Jägerlights causing him some issues now, and it's going to be a Puma from Rutra. Okay, rather late option. He's getting underway now. As for Bannoura, I imagine he's either going to get weapon racks or an AT gun next. Here we go, backing his way into the battle. We have a 222 nearby, but generally the A half track wins against the 222. Smoke grenade in from the shock troops. A half track rounding the corner. Oh, okay, close score. Almost got in fast range there. We're nearby, but not coming across quite yet. I'm worried about the snare. Meanwhile, on the far flank, capping shut down. Oh, and here comes the Puma. Do you have a squad there for the snare? To zone, and the Puma misses the second shot. So decides to disengage. Here comes a Zis from Kimbo. A bit of assistance. In fact, he's gone for double Zis. So come on, just rolling onto the battlefield now. Troops getting ripped up here. Rifleman closing in. Oh, and they do get the snare off. That's going to be a dead 222. There it goes. A half track back on the battlefield. Puma backing all the way back to the base here. Had to rebuild those stern pioneers, it looks like. But maybe he's going to back up for the repair piles, but no. Rebuilt the stern pioneer. Nexus did manage to jump on top of the cutoff for a while here. And the fact that Kimbo's gone for double AT guns makes me think he's not going to go for any light vehicles. In fact, he may even be thinking already about going straight for the IS-2, just a straight IS-2 stall. Well, this is not something you see every day. Weapon crew trying to beat a pioneer squad. That was this barrage there, avoided by Lucky, and now one of these Zis is in trouble. Don't really have that much support for them. One of them could go down here. On the other side, Puma took a shot from M1 back there, pulled away. And a really nice sandbag position here. Bannoura in trouble fighting forwards. Maybe should try to take a little bit of light cover where he can. Still, sandbags paying off there until they are deceased. So we've got an early booby trap down on the fuel point there. It's a mine. Undeterred though, still getting aggressive with the A half track. How many mines could he really have planted, right? Threading the bundle grenade there, cancel it, now lobbing it. There's a bit of friendly damage. But the Axis, they hold on. Even capping this fuel going so far, and he's gone for Storm. And equipped some ambush camouflage onto that machine gun. Which is a spicy choice. In fact, we've got two Axis commanders here with howitzers. Which could be an issue for the allies going forwards. Two command points away from being able to build those though. Off Naden. Cancelled. Penals out there a little bit stranded. Might be able to win if they can set up like a 1v1. Two individual 1v1s. And dodging forwards. Here's the rifle grenade sound. Once again. Another rifle grenade cancel attempt from Lucky. And the final one does end up doing a bit of damage. We're moving to the retreat path of the P-Greens, but they don't go down. But here we go, Allies finally regathering their fuel once again. Satchel, did that kill anything? Pio squad? Pio squad went down to the Satchel, okay. Building that as well as building a Panzer IV. P4 might have a little bit of trouble though. I'm already up against 3 anti-tank guns. Dive onto the cutoff here from Bannoura, but it's pretty well protected by that flak base. And here comes the Panzer IV. AT guns very far back. I think they're doing some capping back here, so in a position to immediately assist. Coming in for a bit of a crush, but reacted in time, got a very early retreat. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have lost it to the crush right there. Judging by the pathing of the squad afterwards. So, once again, looking for the crush. Be careful, double AT guns working their way very far forwards here. No machine gun upgrade on the P4 yet, so it's not doing a crazy amount of damage, and there are a lot of mines here already from Kimbo. Nice attack ground though from Lucky. Taking care of one of them, AT gun setting up. But P4 just outside of the arc, and in comes the supporting infantry from Lucky now. Oh, nice attack ground there from Kimbo, but supporting infantry going to be enough to force back these double AT guns. That was tense stuff there from Lucky. Could have lost his Panzer IV there. He played it incorrectly, very easily. Just trying to frontally decrew this, or maybe he's just letting the pack howie soften up. There is an AT gun here though, he could just attack the sandbags with the anti-tank gun. That's an option. Oh! Decrewed one of the AT guns, decrewed the second one now. P4 coming back in. This one got recrewed. P4 extracting itself, not going to be able to stick around and destroy these AT guns. Kimbo hanging on. That was a close call.
Combat engineers are standing by.
Another mine going off there. AT gun getting recruited here by Kimbo. He's in a bit of trouble. This one could go down. Yep, another LNG burst. There it goes. And this is perhaps Slight issue with Kimbo only having, you know, like 3 squads that can fight. Effectively in combat. Stick barrage there, but pretty well dodged. Minor damage onto the back out. Oh, but he gets decrewed by the follow-up. Oh boy, what's this Panzer IV doing? He's making some crazy maneuvers here. So far so good though, avoiding the Zis. Grenadier went down, dropped the LMG, and now the Penal's got it, which is just horrible news. But the second Zis does go down, they trying to finish off that Grenadier. Not quite. The Rifles tried to close in for the AT grenade, but the P4 pulls back safely. It looks like back on the other side, the AA half-track deterred that OKW blob from chasing in any further, so Eliza's hanging in there, but it is not going smoothly for them. Some pretty nice plays there from the Axis, and some daring stuff from Lucky with that Panzer IV. Gets one of his AT guns under control now. Another squad with ambush camouflage, alright. These want to stick around and get them neutralized, and the sandbags allow them to do that. Cavalry gets decrewed again. Oh, big bundle grenade, no dodge. It's a lot of damage. In comes the Panzer IV, not on full health, but the Zis is still there. And he's trying to go for the steal on it, doesn't quite get there in time, gets suppressed now. But the Zis is going to get decrewed again instantly. However, the Panzer IV now in the danger zone. Might die to one more shot from the Zis, so has to be extremely cautious with it. And here we go, now comes back in for the steal on the Zis, but that half-track doing so much damage, but back the other way. The incendiary rounds knock out the A half-track. Ooh, it wasn't quite enough health. Or not quite enough damage, rather, to kill it. They repaired it to an unusual amount of health, so it's hard to tell. But that was a big, you know, managed to hold on to the Zis, but did lose a half-track for that. In terms of tech, we do have tier 3 and tier 4 down from Kimbo. And as predicted, he is trying to go straight for that IS-2. Troops closing the distance, but they take quite a lot of damage on the way in. And here come 2 P-Greens. Double bundle grenade there. Woof. He doesn't have that many munitions in reserve. A little bit surprised to see that, especially when he's already winning the engagement very handily. Look at Rutra. Only 900 manpower. Floating all of a sudden. Excuse me. Tremendous amount in the bank. I guess he's saving for a Panther, perhaps? No, he's getting another truck out. Maybe he's going straight for the King Tiger. Here comes a Sherman, and whoa, what a great start. Takes down the Grenadiers. They're on the wrong side of the cover, and they drop the LMG. Unlucky, dropping another LMG. He is not having a good day. The Panzer IV, but the double Zis is there. Now the Panzer IV has to get a move on. And comes in for a couple hits. This reposition. Oh, engine damage. Boom in a bit of trouble here. One shot from death, but nothing really there for the follow-up. Here come the triple AT guns. Kimbo decides to, not put every single AT gun on the team in the same position. Pulls back a little bit. It does have that walking Stuka and it's ready to fire. Oh no, it is going to be a Panther from Rutra. I'm getting an extra truck threw me off there. And look at Lucky, he's got 5 more command points than Rutra. He has been in the wars. Constant battling for him. And actually has ticked up to tier 4 now.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
So maybe we're going to see some more Panthers. Maybe even some more rocket artillery. Given the AT gun set up from Kimbo. Kimbo, you know, pretty close to the IS-2 now, so... No, it's going to be the Brumby. Okay, this is a little bit surprising. Oh boy, Puma. In a dangerous position. Sherman on the chase down, AT gun round in the corner, but in comes the Panther from the side, just in the nick of time to save the day. Now the Panther going chasing for the Sherman, walking Stuka barrage, targeting the AT gun, and it does get the D crew. But the Panther doesn't quite get a range to finish off the Sherman there. I think that was an attack ground attempt. It was a good attempt. Now he's maybe trying to kill off the decrewed AT gun, but unable to. But nice attempt from Rutra. Nearly paid dividends there. Nearly knocked out the Sherman. But maybe he could have stuck around to finish off his AT guns, given how much of his infantry was so close to that engagement there. The support for the Panther. But yeah, Brumby, let's see how that goes. Could be pretty effective close to the center of the map. Will, I think, have a bit of trouble around the fortress section of the map. And yeah, it's not going to help much. Not going to have much against the IS-2, so that is a little bit of a worry. And that he doesn't have an AT gun either. IS-2's going to hit the field with some force and be largely uncontested. And dealing with double AT guns and IS-2 is quite tricky for the Brumby. Generally just ends up taking a lot of damage, getting forced away, spend all day repairing it rather than doing damage with it. It's backed up by the elephant, that is, especially. IS-2 just going ham. Getting aggressive, looks like he's going after the MG42 next. AT gun in production for Lucky now.
We are losing a sector.
It's going to be the end of the Puma. Oh yes. Oh, but it's abandoned. And in come the planes from Rutra going hunting for this IS-2, but the Panther a little bit slow on the chase down. Walking Stuka targeting the double AT guns, almost gets rid of them, but in comes the Panther. Can he finish the job? I think he only needs one shot to kill it here. But can he get that one shot? That's the trouble. Brumby coming around the corner. Trying to assist, trying to get the decoy on those double AT guns, but they're hanging on by a thread. In comes the Sherman now. And it looks like... any damage nicely there. The IS-2's going to survive. That was a close call for Kimbo. Nearly lost his entire army. There's double AT guns almost going down as well. But yeah, so far, you know, if that was another Panther instead of the Brumby, it might have been GG right there. It's a good hit in there, double AT guns, and there we go. Brumby goes down. Oh, with both the AT guns getting decrewed here. once again. Trying to use them at 2 men, low health. Is a risk that Kimbo is willing to take, and he did get some payoff taking down the Bannoura, but now maybe about to lose both of them. Lucky bringing in the pack to finish off those decrewed AT guns. IS-2 coming forwards to try and prevent that from happening. So maybe he's going to try to go for the steal on this one, but IS-2's going to arrive in the nick of time to maybe put a halt to that. It is there for the snare. Even activated the sprint there. Make sure he got in range in time. But here's the Panthers back up to full strength. Double AT guns for Bannoura as well. Oh boy. Speaking of double AT guns, the pack and the stolen Zis take down the Sherman there. Allies pushed all the way back into their base almost here, but despite this, they're only 100 VPs behind. The VP drain hasn't been that bad for them. They've had pretty good control of this far VP for most of the match and been contesting the center as well, so despite being quite far behind at the moment, things aren't looking too bad for them in the VP score. They've got time to make a comeback. Jackson coming in for Bannoura. Gonna be a flak panzer from Lucky. I can't say I agree with that choice. Feels like the time for the flak panzer is over. But maybe he thinks he can swing it, avoid the double AT guns, avoid the IS-2. But I don't think it's going to work out. Getting triggered there. Looks like he recrewed and repaired up the Puma. Back up to fighting strength. Fantastic, getting some decent hits in there. Still on for time maybe for the Jackson to arrive. Oh, late retreat from Rutra. Loses stern post for free, but here comes the walking Stuka rockets. They're actually quite hard to hear this time. I don't think he got any kills. It kind of looked like it because one squad jumped into the house, I think. Comes the Puma Panther combo, but the Jackson, the AT gun is still there. Looks like at the end of the rockets did knock out the AT gun though. So one AT gun going down. Nice follow up there from Rutra. Oh. The other side of the map, the IS-2 got into a sticky situation. The planes only do very, very minor damage though. The IS-2 gets out of there, no engine damage. Panther too far away to come forwards. He might go on for a dive with this Puma though. IS-2 hunting Jackson and AT gun coming across. Good teamwork here from the allies, supporting each other. And there we go, that's enough to deter the Puma from chasing in. Black Panzer did get the decrew over here though, knocking out this, which I guess was the one that Lucky stole. And changing hands many times so far in this game. Very aggressive stuff all game, honestly. Just nice to see. Okay, now it's going to be a Panther from Lucky. And that's going to give Kimbo some headaches, but he's going for the SU-85. So it's a good counter to that. The Allies still have to contend with the double AT guns from Lucky though. And they don't have any rocket artillery yet, and Rutra just going to let his walking Stuka do the heavy lifting. Investing into more anti-tank, going to go for a Jagdpanzer now, so the Axis are going to be very well stocked for anti-tank. And the Allies without rocket artillery could find that tricky to overcome. Any form of artillery, you know, backups also went down earlier, which could assist in softening up the middle. That's one of Kimbo's mines there. IS-2 coming back to... No, that's actually the S-285. There's the IS-2. It is coming back though. Unintentionally correct. S-285 takes one shot there from the AT gun. Pretty good defensive setup here for Lucky. Panther coming down the road. S-285 could knock it out here. So a mine. One more shot and the S-285 is going to go down. There it goes. And come the walking Stuka rockets. They're targeting over here. The easy dodge. Panther taking a few hits from the Jackson. Now coming across. Machine gun goes down to the IS-2. Panther in some trouble, taking a lot of damage. Flak Panzer in there. But it looks like this AT gun changed hands again. Back in the hands of Kimbo now. Oh boy, Panther in some trouble. Goes down there. One coming in. Oh. There's the Flak Panzer there to assist. Trying to get the D crew on the Zis. Panther pulling all the way back though. This could leave the Flak Panzer in some trouble. Low health Jackson coming around the corner looking for the Flak Panzer. Flak Panzer speeding forwards, popping the blitz, going for the Jackson kill here. But bounces all of its shots, not having much luck. Then come the planes from Rutra. Panther getting involved once again, coming back in on low health. But the pack has been stolen by Kimbo. Panther could take one more shot. Jackson goes down. Flak Panzer trying to pull back. Now Kimbo trying to get away with the AT gun, unable to. And they're going IS-2 hunting. Will the planes lock on for another anti-tank pass? Looks like he cleared the area in the nick of time. No, he's coming back in now. Going after the Flak Panzer. And I think that might have been enough. I think the planes are coming in for another pass. I don't think it's going to do enough damage. No, they didn't lock on. Ooh, that was lucky for Kimbo. Well, yeah, I don't think it would have killed it unless he stayed stationary and they got like full damage basically, but longer repairs I suppose. Did manage to hit Vet 2 now with the IS-2. That's when it gains the range bonus, and that is when it becomes really hard to deal with Panthers. Deal with the IS-2 with Panthers alone. Meanwhile, Bannoura actually branching out to the far VP and putting down a fighting position over here. Try and lock it down. The Axis do manage to make it home with all three of those AT guns. Well, maybe not this one. Booby trap triggered. There's a barrage going off, but no, doesn't make it home. Green's getting in there a little bit too late. Maybe get the kill on that. He's got two AT guns nearby, but maybe you can hear the IS-2 rumbling through the fog. And it looks like that AT gun's going to fall into Kimbo's hands. Yep, got the shot off too late. Let's take it down the center. Doesn't do too well there. The double AT guns lining up on the IS-2, but one of them bounces. And incendiary artillery dropped in the AT guns. They do get in there for a lot of damage, but now they have to contend with the fire. And they are unsupported. This is a recipe for disaster, I would say. Smoke plane coming in there for Lucky to do some recon, but may actually backfire on him, honestly. And then come some shock troops. Go for the recruit on the AT gun. Flak Panzer in there. Try and knock it down. IS-2 coming to assist. Gets one shot in. Pack sets up. Gets a shot in. Oh boy, he really needed that shot not to connect. And that could be the end of the Flak Panzer. No! Decrews it just in the nick of time. Just before it got the killing blow off. Now Kimbo getting in there for another crew with the shock troops again. In comes a Panther around the corner. Full health Panther. The IS-2's removed its engine damage, so not quite as vulnerable anymore. Kimbo quick to react as well, changing the direction of the pack. And yeah, now that the Panthers no longer have the range advantage over the IS-2, they are really struggling. Good attack rounds from Kimbo. Panther making it out, but they're alive. Oh, but the IS-2, he's on the chase.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Oh, yeah, Panzer kind of backing himself into a bit of a corner here. Ooh, big shot from the IS-2. Couple AT guns are there. Everything bouncing though. Didn't even scratch it. There we go. One shot out of 6 was that. Actually doing damage. Barrage has got Vet 2, that cooldown bonus really coming in handy. Direct hit on the Major. Down he goes. Allies both floating quite a lot of manpower, and so is Rutra, but he's pretty much at his pop cap limit here. Not too much more he can do. Actually went for a fresh squad of Jaeger Lights as well, which is somewhat surprising. So they have one squad available for Faust now. Damage onto the IS-2, but still got the decro on the MG42 there. Have to try and get around the corner. Comes a Brumbeer shot, predictive. Pretty good connection. Over there are the AT guns from the Allies. They're taking a lot of damage. Oh, good hit there from the Brumbeer, and it seems to have found a nice position there from behind the house, getting some good attack rounds over the top. Some floaters. Oh, Jagdpanzer in trouble. Could go down here. Yo, the no, that's a Pershing, in fact, coming in there for the killing blow. One pack did go down for that, but that's a pretty good trade. Or maybe not. Richard's got so many reasons he can just rebuild another one instantly. Barrage coming in. And Bannoura good on the dodge there. Avoids taking any damage. Here comes the IS-2 and a fresh Su-85. Looking to capitalize on this moment of weakness for the Axis. And in comes the Pershing as well. A lot of damage here. And they're coming forwards. Not full health, but they need the extra anti-tank. One of the AT guns goes down. The Zis. Take a weak point though from the pack. Slows down the IS-2. And Kimbo there following up, finishing off decrewed Zis. And machine gun. Brumbeer always playing with fire here. Su-85 is there and he loses it. That was just unbelievably greedy from Lucky. Brumbeer 2 shots from death. Knows that the Su-85 is there. Forget about the AT gun. The Su-85 could easily have got 2 shots on there. Chased down. And he ends up losing the Brumbeer. Let's go for a Panzerwerfer now. And here comes a King target from Rutra. It's his replacement for the Jagdpanzer. Oh, Pio's forgotten about, and he loses them. With barrage coming in. Far end. And oh, gets a wipe. Re-echelon go down. Also does some pretty good damage. It's a good opening barrage for the Werfer. Trades his re-echelon for squad pioneers. Easily 1 after 1 barrage though, pretty good stuff. But despite, you know, the Axis having such a strong start Only about 100 VPs ahead at this stage. Did manage to finally break through over here though, got rid of that fighting position. Dive bomb, but Kimbo on top of it. Got just that pretty easily. Oh, he's running back in. I guess the Stuka dive bomb was slightly behind the AT guns. Nicely done there by Lucky. Needing himself one decrewed Zis. Can he follow up and get the kill?
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Is that a Jaeger light squad, I think, with a bar? Obliterated. Look at them go. Oh, they're running out of momentum. Oh, they're speeding up again. Oh, look at them go. Trying to cap under the cover of the smoke, but the Pershing dishing out some big hits with the attack ground. Now the IS-2 coming forwards as well. So a risky cap. On the other side, the US Forces infantry capping the far corner. Alright, looking for a triple cap. Here we go. Big rocket artillery barrage. Knocks out one AT gun, but doesn't get the kill on it. King Tiger should consider coming across to the far side here, dishing out some pain to the infantry. Instead, just kind of camped in the center. And now taking some shots from the Su-85 and the Pershing. Attack ground feast here. Ricketts getting in there. Double packs now as well. Anti-tank gun walls all across from both teams. Getting aggressive, but takes a target weak point stun. Oh, but that was enough shots. The IS-2 to escape there. Oh man, that was a close call. One more penetrating blow there, and that would have been it. We're getting a little bit lucky. But yeah, they still got very good control of the VPs. Kimbo just camping this one entire time with their LMG. Here comes a big US Forces blob here for Bannoura. Oh boy, T-34 coming in, trying to catch these double AT guns while they're vulnerable. Now he's got eyes and takes down the walking Stuka. Now going for the ram. Does not manage to connect. I'd say it's a pretty good trade at T-34 for a highly vetted walking Stuka. And did they manage to decrew a pack as well? No, not quite. Maybe they took down a squad as well. Lucky very low on his army size. He's been hurting. His vehicle losses catching up with him now. But I think now you can see why I'm always talking about following up and killing the decrewed AT guns, because they've been such a important factor this entire game. Oh, there goes the captain. Nice attack grounds there through the trees. Through the building, in fact. From the King Tiger. Goes out to the far flank. No longer has a secure mode on that though. Puma does not want to be dueling the IS-2 now that the IS-2 has the same range as it and such good scatter. It's a Panther though to assist. Oh, and backed up by the pack. That's why he's willing to engage here. And that's why Kimbo smells something's up. Decides to continue pulling back despite trading so effectively here against the Panther. Pershing mobilizing. King Tiger needs to get over and assist perhaps. SU-85 coming in as well. Damage onto these Axis tanks. SU-85. Okay, here comes the Werfer. Not hitting too much though. And doubles this barrage onto the double packs. That's a lot of damage. One of them decrewed. That was the Vet 3 one as well. And then the follow-up there from the double AT guns from Kimbo. Is that a howitzer from Rutra? It is indeed. Replacing the walking Stuka. King Tiger doing a pretty good job of holding the central VP. It hasn't got it into too many tank engagements so far, and it has been sorely missed. Another T-34 from Kimbo. Looks like he's going to use it to help control the flank, but the Panther's pretty good at chasing down T-34s. And now the VP lead for the Axis almost erased. Only 10 VPs ahead at this stage, and judging by their VP control over the last couple minutes, it's not looking good for them right now. It's a Brumbier. T-34, going to take a snare here. Gonna go down to the Panther. Playing very cautiously though. There goes T-34, but Kimbo still camping out that VP. Tries to maintain control of it. And there we go, Brumbier comes forwards, gets one or two shots off, and then straight away has to pull back. Double AT guns just too strong against him. That was what I was talking about earlier, why I thought it was maybe not the right choice. IS-2 going full on hero mode here. Dropping some incendiary artillery on all these support weapons, but we've got planes coming back the other way looking for the IS-2 kill here. Unsuccessful Panther getting aggressive. Got some Shrek squad sprinting in, trying to get in range to finish off that IS-2, revealing his position, shooting at the planes with the machine gun upgrade there. Okay, Panther mobilizing. AT guns, don't know which way to point at the moment. Oh, Puma bouncing. And that would have been the kill on the SU-85. Heartbreaking, and the Puma ends up going down. King Tiger now getting involved. A couple shots in on the M1, but playing very timidly with it. Here comes a fresh T-34 from Kimbo. Looking to clean some things up in the disarray. Oh boy, might find the Werfer. No. Going after the King Tiger here. Both the AT guns look like they just sat in the fire, end up going down, but goes for another ram, unsuccessful. Might be able to finish off this. Nope. Comes the Jackson. Trying to go for the cap again. But the LMG penals are still there, and they're just so strong when they pick up a weapon like this. Tiger trying to hang in, hold on to the center, but the Axis are draining out fast. Rutra needs to spend some of that. Oh, there we go. Big Werfer, squad down. Axis hold on to the center. He's got like 1,200 manpower spare, man. Just spend on anything. IS-2 back up. Already causing issues again. Target weak point activated. This time it might be able to get the kill here. Oh, he just needs the Shreks. He's sprinting forwards for them. Here we go. Shreks. Oh, bounce and a miss. Oh, here comes the Panther though. He's speeding forwards. He's got the Blitz. Both AT guns are decrewed here for Kimbo. Can the Panther find him? The S-35 is nearby, but no squads for the snare. Here we go. Panther coming forwards. No, has to contend with the S-35. Could be in a bit of trouble as well. Panther pulling back instead of trying to get the kill on the S-35. Worried about the AT guns, I suppose, but he sees that right next to him. I suppose there's a Jackson there as well. Fresh Jackson. Bannoura. Oh, Chusha pummeling away. Doesn't quite get the decrew on the pack. And the Axis did finally manage to get control of this far VP. Section out from Kimbo. No dodge from Rutra. And squad goes down. Doing some tricky maneuvers, that's why he couldn't dodge the satchel. And this IS-2 has had 9 lives. This thing has gotten away on one shot, maybe due to a lucky miss or a lucky bounce, like 3 times this game. Man, it feels bad for the Axis. I'd be extremely frustrated if that was me. But yeah, change of tactics here from Kimbo, going away from this solo T-34 harass style. Switching over to the Katyushas, with some more consistent against the AT guns we've been seeing a lot of from the Axis. And Rutra finally spending some of his manpower float. Queuing up 2 machine guns, should probably queue up a squad of infantry as well. Getting their howitzer going again. Is that what killed the AT guns? Doesn't look like there are any real howitzer craters over there. Target trying to assist in the center, trying to prevent the decap. Here comes the Brumby as well. Good hit. But it looks like the Rangers are going to be able to get the neutralize. It's the King Tiger. Ooh, doesn't quite get the finishing blow. Oh, that's a lot of damage onto the Brumby. Looks its head forwards for 1 shot there and just takes well over half its health and damage. In return, in comes the Katyusha now with a bit of follow-up. Will be in trouble. Takes a lot of damage from the Katyusha rockets even, and down it goes. And Axis in trouble holding on here. King Tiger getting some good hits in. Flak Panther from the side gets the decro on the AT gun. Pushing 1 shot from death here. But the King Tiger doesn't round the corner. Well, one King Tiger shot from death. Panther was just a tiny fraction of health away from getting the kill. And okay. Not too many losses. Decrewed AT gun. The rest of it there. OYS2 going forwards. Pack targeting weak point. Drops the senior artillery. Pack can't stick around to finish the job. In comes the Panther. No, it's not going to go for the follow-up kill. Doesn't want to take that risk. Panther not full health. Stempire's in here capping before appearing. It's a desperate VP situation for both teams. Now we've got a Sherman coming in here, maybe looking for some rocket artillery. He's on AP ammo there. I'm pretty sure he was. Smoke into the center again. Allies trying to cap. Tiger doing some more attack grounds, but the P-Greens get in there in the nick of time. And still on the cap. Allies still on the drain. A lot of repairs here. Looks like the Werfer barrage targeting the IS-2. And now Howitzer also in a similar region. Kimbo getting moving. Oh boy. Jagdpanzer Oh, gets the kill, but an abandon. Very lucky break for Kimbo again. Oh, sprinting in to stall the capture here. Flak Panzer attack rounds. Doesn't even need to. Oh, bombing run. Oh boy, Panther finds the IS-2 low health again on the front lines. But misses the killing blow. Now trying to speed out. Pershing coming in. Double AT guns behind this. Oh, and the Pershing not so lucky. Ends up going down there to the double AT guns. Tricks all the way forwards as well, but going after the decrewed S285 it looks like. Nope. Choosing to go after the Jackson now. Do have a play for the far VP from Kimbo. He's capping. So despite some success through the center, or a lot of success through the center for the Axis, not going so well for them on the flanks. S2 still awaiting repairs. But fresh SU-85 from Kimbo should be able to fight back here strongly. One AT gun quite far forwards. Looks like that's about to get smoked off though. Oh, but the Sherman goes down so fast there. Senior artillery dropped on these AT guns by Kimbo. They're pulling back. Overhead the the Panther pull out to the far side to assist in the capping. VP's getting low. And Axis with no squads branching out to either side at the moment. Now this one coming out, but it's a tall task. And Kimbo doing a sneaky. Throwing smoke over here. Panther can't really do good attack rounds. His gun not very good against infantry. But machine guns, it's not going to have much success. Cash going down there. 50 VPs left for the Axis. Fresh Pershing from Bannoura as well. King Tiger and Yak Panzer could be in a bit of trouble here. No, got the AT guns coming forwards for Lucky. And that Jackson going down fast. That finishes the job. Pershing. No. In comes the IS-2. For the decrew here. Katusha targeting this pack. One pack decrew very quickly by... That's actually M1 back there. Coming in, trying to get the decro on it frontally, but it's not going too well. Backed up by the Tricks. Also, in comes the King Tiger. Oh, and Kimbo holds on to the far VP. And now they're capping in the center. S285 chasing down the King Tiger, but Panther comes in from the side, and the pack long range finisher off the S285, allowing the King Tiger to stay in here, but no, the IS-2 comes through. Decrews the M1. Look at this, it's just a graveyard of decrewed anti-tank guns right now. It's decrew, and I was looking for the capture now. Going forward, so is the Brumbier. Another SU-85 from Kimbo. Can Axis stall the cap here? Here comes the Peregrines. Oh, squad down for Kimbo. And pretty good Brumbier shot there, but Brumbier could be in trouble. Jagdpanzer are coming forwards though. Trading blows with the SU-85. We've got the pack there as backup though from Kimbo. And the cap is on now for the Axis. Still, you know, both teams around 50, so there's a few seconds they have to work with. And the Axis, I feel, are quite light on infantry right now. Something does end up happening. Senior artillery dropped in the center, but the scatter not too good for Kimbo. Lucky's still able to complete the capture. I think I hear the Howie targeting over here. Nothing too much. Rangers coming out to the far side. We've got one squad of Jaeger lights over here. He's keeping them camouflaged. Waiting for the suppression to come through. Maybe some smoke here from Bannoura. Oh, I used it in the center instead to try and assist the cap there, I believe. The cap is stalled. Both players with the squad in the center. Bundle grenade. Almost takes down the shock troops. Very lucky break from Kimbo. The Rangers get the last laugh. Okay, pushing coming around the corner. What's the Panther up to? Big 5 Panther blitzing away. Comes the Brumbeer into the center again, but the double AT guns are right there. And this could be the end of the Brumbeer. Ooh, it gets away, and so do the shock troops. Again, super low health. Panther trading well though. Against the Pershing, getting some really nice hits, and he's trying to bait Panther over these mines, I think. Unsuccessful. The clock is stopped. And come double Raketans from Lucky. Is that a bunker buster from Lucky as well? Trying to decrew the anti-tank guns. Oh, this is a close one. Katyusha into the center. Is leave the circle. Oh, but the Axis sneaking onto the far VP as well. And come the Rangers. Panzer getting quite aggressive. Oh boy, that's a lot of anti-tank back the other way. Double packs. Double SU-85s, and the Panzer goes down in the blink of an eye. And comes the Werfer though. Doesn't quite get the decrew somehow. And how? Is that a howitzer shot taking down the Katyusha there, I believe? Cap is on in the center for the Axis. Allies branching out to the far side in response, but there's going to be a little bit of drain maybe. Ooh, double Raketans. SU-85 in trouble. No, gets out of range, and in comes the IS-2 for the cleanup. Panther coming back full speed. IS-2. Kitten's on the retreat now. Dueling. Here comes a Jackson. And the SU-85. Panther in a little bit of trouble. Pulls back. Oh! Okay. Oh, a lot of damage onto that flak Panzer. And Pershing clearing out the far VP. Allies capping on the far side as well, so going for both of the far VPs. And the incendiary artillery working against the Allies here. Stopping that rear echelon from capping. 13 VPs left here for the Axis. It's tense. I mean, for the Allies rather. It's tense, but they are capping now. And they're going to stop the clock, maybe? Oh, Panther comes in, dueling with the Pershing. Oh, but he's baiting him into a Panzer that's back there. Panther misses. Panzer coming forwards. Oh, but bouncing. And here comes a Jackson from the side. Panzer could be in trouble now. Kimbo unable to cap over there. Shock troops trying to stall on the far side. They're stalling for as long as they can, but the cap is on once again. Here comes the IS-2, low health, but 2 Raketans in the Shreks here. Oh, but the Raketans don't quite get their shots off. And the Shreks are bouncing. I'm just trying to go in for the cap again, but the King Tiger Brumbeer combo, too potent. The IS-2 long-range sniper shot. Double Raketan setting up though. One shot. Both shots bouncing. And the IS-2 survives. Brumbeer coming through the smoke. Oh! Dunks on that SU-85. Is that a bunker buster? It was. Nicely done there by Lucky. And that's it. The Allies draining out. Axis take the win. Well, that was a really really good game. Back and forth action. Really strong start from the Axis. Very impressive stuff. But the Allies, yeah, they almost turned around multiple times this game. Very, very close game. Just a few, you know, kind of like whoever made a misplay with their AAT guns got them out of position. Got their tanks out of position in front of the AAT guns. Usually on the receiving end of the punishment. I think overall maybe a few questionable build decisions from Lucky this game. Otherwise the Axis I think maybe would have won this game a little bit earlier than that. But overall a very, very good game. And also Kimbo getting extremely lucky with his eyes too. Just, oh man. Shouldn't buy a lottery ticket because he used up all his luck with his eyes too. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like Good Game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.